Well, that should be the name of this series. Oh, fuck. It's time once again for Window Shop with Car and Driver after a break of 38 months, 6 days, 14 hours, and 13 minutes. Here's your host, Editor-in-Chief Tony Quiroga.
Welcome to Window Shop with Car and Driver. This is the occasional show where Car and Driver employees, friends, contributors, freelancers, and anybody else we can think of gather to face a challenge, a car buying challenge on the internet. This week's challenge is brought to us by Michael Aaron, who is our social media guru. Michael is in search of a new car. He just sold his Jetta his Jetta GLI. Michael, tell us a little bit about what you want us to search for. We know, but the listeners and viewers don't.
So like Tony said, just sold my 2013 Jetta GLI and I'm looking for a new car. No more than 8 years old, preferably manual transmission, price cap $30,000, under 60,000 miles, has to have at least 4 seats, no convertibles, pickup trucks, vans, and a clean title.
And I said, to make this a little bit easier on us, because those were pretty restrictive things, you can skip one of them. You don't have to do all of them, but you have to pick which one to skip.
Price.
This week, we're also joined by senior editor Elana Scherr, executive editor Casey Colwell. Joey, what's your new title? I can't remember what your new
Deputy
title
editor.
Deputy editor Joey Capparella.
Oh, can you arrest people, Joey?
That's a good question. I should try.
Are you a marshal?
Is that the first person who had that title was Gene Lindemann.
Oh.
Yes, R.I.P. Gene. And Road and Track's infamous editor at large or senior editor? Senior editor John.
Like it matters. Like it actually, like anybody actually.
John and I are the same. We have the same title. We do the same job. We're interchangeable.
So who wants to go first?
We're the same person. I'm just not wearing a hat.
Pearley, you seem the most prepared. So why don't you go first?
Well, this was an easy one for me.
Was it?
Yeah, because it's a car that I've owned and a car that I buy. And hold on.
Oh, I forgot to say while Pearley's searching for his photo that Jonathan Ramsey. We got the dates wrong. Jonathan Ramsey was flying back from Honduras and therefore couldn't be on the show. But we're going to try to do this again next week, which is what I said 6 months ago.
Pearley is prepping. I will also say that there was a hilarious email interchange between Boss Tony and Ramsey when he gave us the freebie to not do every single rule. And then Ramsey was like, sweet, I didn't want to do the price cap anyway. And then Tony was like, wait, you have outsmarted me. You have to do the price cap. So the price cap is one rule that we had to follow. And it did make this challenge hard because, Michael, you need more money.
I needed $4,000 more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Well, no,
I'm
you
sure
don't.
he agrees.
You do not mean more money because I have the obvious answer here.
Pearley, bring it.
But it's the Honda Civic Si. I've owned 3 Civic Si's. I think they're great cars. I prefer having a 2006 to 2011. But this is $30,000. This is $28,949. It's 6-speed transmission, one of the best 6-speed transmissions around. It's got everything you want in a car,
except summer tires.
Well, you can't get summer. They're not offering summer tires.
No, they brought them back.
They brought them back.
They did, but this particular one doesn't have them, and I don't see a tire rack tab.
Yeah. So, well,
But there is some money left over there.
Yeah, there's money left over, and the thing is that I don't know if you know this, but it's winter time, so maybe you put off buying the summer tires until springtime.
That is a fair point.
And this is it. I don't know what else to say, guys.
200 horsepower doesn't have a lot of power, Pearley.
It's 200 horsepower.
This could be what's going on with 1,100 miles or 1,200 miles? It's used,
and it ended up in an Audi dealer.
It's an Audi dealer. Somebody may have turned it in. Somebody may have
upgraded.
Who knows? But
Pearley, scroll down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Scroll down. I want to see that title information.
Yeah, what are the Carfax?
Carfax is clean. It says none reported.
What does this cost new, Pearley? What's the base price
I think
new?
it's like the same.
Yeah,
It's like
right.
the same, it's like
Why not just buy a
31
new one and then I get the full warranty?
Because every time I pick a new car, you guys say like, no, you missed the spirit of the game. So
You'll get a warranty with this.
That's true. That is what we
Not
sound
the
like.
full warranty. Not the full warranty.
yeah, well,
Sure, you get to use the warranty up to 4 years and however many ever miles.
Right, but
Yeah.
maybe somebody bought this a year ago and then I lose an entire year of warranty.
It's only got 1,100 miles on it. Get over your warranty fetish here, dude. This is like this is something that is fine. This is good. You know, if you treat this car right, it's going to give you 200,000 miles, and you're going to enjoy every mile of it because you've all driven this car. I assume that everybody enjoys driving this car.
It's a spectacular car and a 10 best
It's a great
winner.
car. 10 best winner.
It is great. It is great. And it has a really nice, simple interior that I am fond of every time I get into
As
it.
a daily driver for an enthusiast for under 30 grand, this is as good as it gets.
Yeah, replacing a Jetta GLI, which is a similar sort of car.
Except this one is actually going to be built well.
Well, he had it for 11 years.
11. Well, what?
Did you
Like
have your
9
car
of
for
them in the
11
shop.
years?
No, you didn't have it though. You bought it used, right?
Yeah, only the last 8 months were bad.
Okay. Yeah.
Because you
I-
stopped driving it, right?
Yeah, I stopped driving it like 2 years ago.
Yeah, that's why.
regularly.
Otherwise,
Were
it
you-
would have been totally
Did it
reliable.
sour you to Volkswagen?
No.
Good.
Yeah.
That's a great choice, Pearly. I do like it. At the end of the
Yeah.
show, Michael's going to sort of sit in as a judge, but the panel will also vote who will be the winner. Thanks, Pearly.
Okay. So anyhow,
And then Michael has to buy the exact car.
He'll
you're
judge with
obligated
his
to buy-
money.
but I think that's an easy choice.
Yeah, that's solid.
Yeah.
Elana, you want to go next?
All right. Well, because Michael is poor, we can't do the white, even though this is a really sweet little ride here and only has 17,000 miles on it. But
Ooh.
we can do this one.
That's $99 over.
I feel like that's negotiable.
99 bucks, I'll do it.
I'll give Michael $99.
Does this
For-
meet all the parameters? Is this a manual?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, STI, yeah.
STI
is
was
it an
manual.
Oh, it's an
STI?
STI.
Yeah. So 2021 STI, 33,000 miles, black leather seats, 6-speed manual, all-wheel drive, very useful for you in Michigan. It's blue. It doesn't have gold wheels, but that's, something you could work towards in the future.
Are those
Wait,
lights stock?
Let's see that rear shot real quick.
Got some poor taste mods.
Yeah.
The mud guards and the lighting.
Yeah. This just says that
You can
this guy
take
has
those off.
license plate
These
away.
are, I know that you guys aren't really tech minded, but this is a pretty easily removable part.
I like that you can. They have the spoiler.
How obnoxious does this thing sound?
It's
Uh,
got an
bracket
extra
for sure.
gauge, Casey.
Yeah, I saw the gauge.
I saw it too.
It looks lowered too.
Painted
Yeah.
calipers.
This is all good. This is all good stuff. This makes
What's
it
what's the deal with the lights? What's the deal with those lights? Those aren't stock either, are they? Those
No, not on the
Are they
front.
lights or reflectors underneath?
I don't know what's
Are they-
going on at the bottom.
Those
there.
are
I don't know
LEDs.
what's going on there.
Well, the LED part might be stock.
Yeah,
the
but
reflector
the
part.
three
three
ones on it,
things
though.
below it don't even look like they're real lights. They
It
look
looks like Wolverine
like-
hit it.
yeah.
That's
Tony, did you just
that's
make a
all
comic book reference?
I
Sweet
did.
mods. That's
Whoa.
tuning, guys.
Well,
That
also,
makes it
also the
better.
thing is that this is
Two
one,
gauges.
the
Oh,
license.
yeah, one
plate.
on the left, one on the right.
What's the deal with that front license plate bracket too? That's a weird positioning, isn't it?
That's probably a
Yeah,
California
that's just
thing,
so they don't
right?
have to drill into it,
Well,
really.
Yeah, it's
you
plugged
don't
into
want it
the,
to block airflow.
The shipping hook, and probably in the shipping hook.
Yeah, that's exactly what
It's
it
the
is.
tow hook, yeah. So, Elana, why is this the perfect car for him? Besides the reasons you've already listed.
Well, I mean, obviously the
Affinity
sweet
for lime
mods.
green.
The sweet mods to make him look cool. Because I don't know. I mean, he's a nice guy, but he's kind of a dork, so he needs a little bit up. I happen to know that he likes lime green because we recently drove a Lamborghini together, and he kept being like, "This car is such a great color. I wish I had a Subaru that had details that were also this color."
Is that true, Michael? Did you say those things?
But even if, say, for example, he did not buy this exact super sweet tuned WRX STI, WRX STI is a awesome daily driver car. It has a fun manual. It has turbo lag, which makes it kind of enjoyable in this like weird, gives you something to do way. All-wheel drive, which is fantastic for Michigan. Quite a roomy back seat, so that because seats for. You can get in under the line, but not really have comfortable seats for. But this absolutely would work as to take family out, even adult family. And it's a car that has personality, but it isn't so limiting that you're like, oh, you're driving like a little kid's car or something like that.
This
Like
is a good choice.
It's an adult human's car that works very well. But really, we should give Michael a raise so that he can buy the white series one because that is better.
It's over. Yeah, yours is the only thing is over budget. Casey, it has the window deflector things that you like.
That I like.
I just look at
Oh
this
yeah,
car.
for when you're sucking your darts down. Yeah.
This car just looks like something that the parents took away from their child.
It could be.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like, I'm sorry, you're just not mature enough to handle this responsibility. We're selling.
Yeah, he got
Casey,
like 5
I
tickets.
like that you're imagining the Subaru driver is smoking cigarettes. And
Yes.
They definitely
Why
be
else
They're
would you get the
vaping.
window
They're
deflector?
vaping.
I'm saying is that this just looks like the
No,
type
yeah,
of
you're
car
right. You're right. He's definitely vaping.
owned by a guy who took on a lease he couldn't handle, and his parents just took the car away from him.
and modified the car.
which
Yeah.
means that it has very few miles on it. It's good to
All
go.
right. Thank you, Elana.
You are so welcome.
Who wants to go next? Joe, you want to go next?
Sure. So I went a little bit of a more mature route
What? Hurtful.
because, Michael's getting to
Yes.
that place in his
No.
life. He's ready to calm down. So I found a Honda Accord 2.0T Sport with the manual transmission.
Oh,
That's
that's
very rare.
cool.
That's a nice
Very
car.
hard to find, actually, because there
Yeah.
weren't that many built to begin with.
What is
Um,
up with these photos?
Yeah, the photos are terrible.
It's the background was changed or something.
Yeah, it's like
No,
they took
They're
out.
like a
They didn't want to show the.
360.
But anyway,
They
the
only
interior
want to show
photos
the
are a little
snow
better.
on the car, not on the ground.
Yeah, I mean this doesn't look that great, so they wanted to get rid of that. But yeah, it's got the manual transmission. It's got the upgraded 2.0T, which
Wait,
has
go back
200.
to what's going on with the seats?
The seats
Yeah.
look
Oh, yeah,
Ooh,
that's not
ratty.
great.
yikes.
Okay, well, I anticipated this. I also found an automatic one.
Oh. Is it so cheap that you can buy both and put this
No,
the good
you
one
can't
into
buy
the
both.
manual?
So I found also the test results. The manual is actually slower than the automatic,
That's okay.
which is okay. But I wanted to bring up our long-term car, which was not a sport, but it was the 2.0T. And by the end, 40,000 miles on it, 60 miles per hour in 5.3 seconds,
Wow,
which is
that's
kind of
quick.
insane for an
Well,
Accord.
remember this is essentially the same drivetrain that's in the Civic Type R.
Right. So the 2.0T has 252 horsepower.
Sleeper.
I'm gonna go with the manual one. The seats we can.
I don't
get
know
them
what's going on with
reupholstered or
those seats.
something.
Maybe it's just the lighting, Joey.
I think it
I'll
might
be
not
generous.
be a huge issue.
Well, this is just what happens when the bodily fluids run out of the body that's been sitting there for a long time.
I think it's just a weird camera thing.
Yeah,
I'm not too concerned.
It's decomposition. That's all.
Anyway,
hand cook all seasons on it. What's the price?
so the price is way under 30,000,
And how many
Enough for a
miles?
pair of new seats.
and it's slightly over the mileage requirement. It has 65,000
Oh.
miles.
Oh.
But that was the rules. We could go slightly
you
over
could go one
of the
over, but-
criteria. And also, it seems like it's been pretty well taken care of.
Why is it dog pet friendly? Or is that the dealer that's dog pet
I think the
friendly?
dealer's saying that.
No, I think that seat was dog pet
Oh,
friendly.
yeah, I think that's the theme explanation.
That's a good observation.
Yeah, that looked like golden retriever to me.
Well,
back
it's nice and modern. It's got CarPlay and Android
It's
Auto.
got lots of features. It drives great. It's a multiple time 10 best winner, as we all know.
You're way under budget.
Way under budget, and it's in New York, so I could get this for you and drive it to Michigan.
And I
Are
know
you gonna
you
feel
would. You
cool
totally
in that,
would.
Mike? Are you gonna feel when you and the lady go out in your new hood, or do you feel like that's gonna represent how cool you are?
Maybe a little bit more of a dad mobile, but I do think the 2.0T is very cool.
It's a great car,
This
It's
is
a
a very
practical
responsible car.
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah,
fun. It's really fun to drive.
Yeah, I
and
agree.
really
It's a great
fast.
choice.
I also felt like I was cheating a little bit because I knew that Michael Aaron was already looking at these.
Definitely cheating a little
I was
I
going
had
to ask,
inside
was there any
information.
communication between
I
Mike
had
and
inside
me and the
information.
panel?
The only problem I have with it is it just says it almost says too sensible.
How much horsepower do these have?
252.
252.
So it's 52 horsepower more than your Civic.
The
But
Subaru
also my Civic
10.
is not as boring looking.
Is
That's a
in the
good looking
ballpark.
car.
I'm in.
Here's Tony's story from when this came out.
I thought I wrote that.
It was on the cover.
I drove that thing to the Oakland Mall.
Man, you live life to the fullest.
And I bought
think
a
it's a good
Tiger's
car.
hat.
Man, the way you tell that story just makes me feel like I'm with you along the ride to the Oakland Mall.
Normally, you have to get Tony pretty drunk before he tells that
Oh,
story.
I know. It's pretty radical.
Anyway,
That's my choice.
That's a great choice, Joey. Interesting. So we've got 2 Hondas and what was the other
The
choice?
Subaru.
And the
Subaru.
Subaru. Okay. No
Nice.
German cars yet. Mr. Casey Colwell, what have you brought to Michael Aaron to buy?
So I just noticed something wrong. Well, I might, as we say here on Window Shop, I might Pearley this one and break 2 rules.
Send it.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
I mean, I broke the rule that we weren't supposed to break.
Yeah, I'm breaking it.
The $99 is fine. They're gonna give you a deal on that.
No, I'm not.
That's just
You talk for yourself. I've already written her entire thing off.
I will write Michael a check.
Okay.
Ooh.
So-
Whoa.
Oh wow.
This, you know, Michael's growing up, he's getting married this year, right? Congratulations. You know,
Somebody in particular, or just anyone?
Cadillac.
What?
What?
That's not how that
Does he have
works.
somebody picked out he's going to marry, or is it just going to be anybody who shows up? He'll marry.
Oh, you
that?
think it's like a New Year's resolution?
Yeah.
He's going to marry anyone who shows up with a car that is a manual, 8 years
Yeah.
old or newer. They're under $30,000.
I was looking for this back in 2024. That's why I ended up on a 2016. But there are very few manuals out on the market. I did find a 20. They only sold them, I think, 3 years.
What's the cutoff? 17 or 18 is the cutoff? 17 is the cutoff,
17.
right? Okay, so you're a year
That's-
off.
that's
You're not
really
too far
close.
off. You're not too
God, this
far
is
off.
17 would be a year off. It's just a long
Oh.
weekend over on mileage.
You're just a smidge breaking the rules.
Close enough on both.
But this is obviously an ATS-V, which is, you know, the precursor to the current CT4V Blackwing. These have like 460 some odd horsepower.
Ooh, what kind of tires? Are
I'm
those?
not. Don't worry about the tires. You're gonna have to put winners on it.
Oh, it's got some aftermarket airbox too, Casey.
It's got a cold air intake. As you can see, it's a twin turbo V6.
It's interesting how the engine cover is aging.
Yeah, I was wondering about that one. But I think it may be something weird going on with the camera, because all this
Just
is
like that Accord seats.
Yeah, it's the same camera.
It's the
Like
same camera.
photos.
It must
Yeah.
be.
And
But there's
photographer.
it's like weird. It's like, okay, because I was looking at this, I was looking at the driver's seat,
It looks
that's
dirty.
and I was like, oh, that's got some weird wear. But then, like, kind of all the seats show it.
It might just be an ugly, like Cadillac gray colored seat, right?
And you know, it's like, but it's got nice Alcantara seat backs.
Looks
you
like
know,
that's been kicked to death.
huh?
It looks like it's been kicked.
It's just
but I
been
think
like
that's. I think this is like
poorly vacuumed.
where the
Well,
weird.
Yeah,
where the-
like you know
yeah,
when
it's-
you're on the suede.
yeah.
It's incumbent
weird
upon the
mark.
hostages to try and break free.
But there it is.
Oh, this is
Manual.
Q. This is the old Q interface for the
Much
infotainment.
maligned Q interface.
Yeah.
You know, don't worry about that.
Oh,
I
and it
didn't
has
know- I
those
didn't know that.
horrible
It has
gauges.
like it has real gauges with needles.
Yeah, but they're
Yeah,
so
But they look
cheap
like they're from the
looking.
80s.
That's not a bad thing. That's hip. That's retro.
Guess so.
It's it's so
but yeah, but
retro.
I mean,
It's like every
this-
time you
this-
get
this
into the
is
car,
like-
it's going to be 2016.
4.2 to 60, 12.5 at 117. It'll do $189.
Wow.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's a whole
these
lot of-
are-
this is a
these
whole
are
lot of
good
car.
to drive.
Is that a little too much car for you, Michael? Are you going to be responsible with that much
But the real question is, does Pearley remember this one?
Oh, there
Yeah,
you
I
go.
I wrote it. I love that car.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was
Pearly,
really
this
good
is
to
the car
drive.
that didn't you get into a car chase with this car? Didn't somebody chase you down in Santa Barbara? Do you remember that story?
I don't remember. I got.
You had
I've
to put it. You had to
somebody
throw it
of those-
in reverse and do a J turn.
Which one? Which chase?
I don't know which chase. How many times has it happened? I mean, you know.
Was that a CTS-V or was it this ATS-V? You had to do a J turn. The guy like chased you down.
J turn.
Yeah, I've had the. You know, I have pretty much a Jim Rockford lifestyle.
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah. No, it's. I've had. I don't remember that, which I think I would. So maybe it was somebody else, but.
Casey, this doesn't have the Alcantara wheel, does it? The steering wheel.
I don't think it.
So it's got the regular leather.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little shiny. It's nice. This is a nice car.
These are hell of a lot of car for the money.
Yeah,
It drives so well.
I was curious, like where these sports sedans like this kind of, you know, where that was going to fall, if any of them were going to be like how far you'd have to go back. And I was like, oh yeah, ATS-V, and
Yeah.
you know, I mean, I'll bet you this one sounds better than you know, because that was one of the ATS-V's biggest problems, that it didn't sound very good, it didn't have a lot of character. But I'll bet you
The problem I have is with this is going to be how much quality is left in that car after 9 years of seasoning.
Where is it, Casey? What part of the country?
Florida.
Oh.
And it is
And how
clean.
much is it? What's the price?
Pretty good.
Oh, 28.
It's under. Yeah, there's automatics all day for like 25 as well.
Mm.
The automatic was not bad on that car.
Yeah, those are
So you're over on mileage. That's it. And the year, just 1 year.
yeah, it's like just a little bit on both of those,
Yeah.
but they're definitely 17s. I mean, there was a 17 I found on Car Gurus that was 32 grand with even fewer I think it had like 40,000 miles. And then Auto Tempest brought me to this guy.
That's a nice car.
Hashtag no free ads.
And two wrongs might make a right.
Did you pivot at the last second? Because I see a tab for a Golf R.
Yeah, that's why I was that's the it was a game time decision.
Yeah, fair
And
enough.
I went with this one because you had a Volkswagen. The Golf R is it's a lot of the same. You'll recognize a lot of the buttons. This would be a completely different thing. And but yeah, there's that too. So
Oh, wow. You got
I
that
like
one under budget.
I like the ATS-V. It's a good choice.
All right. I think my car blends all of the choices in an interesting way. So
how old is it?
It's pretty new. I actually found a new one. I looked for old stuff, but I decided to go with something new, something sort of serious. I couldn't quite afford the car that I wanted like the rest of you. So I picked, oh, hang on. I should have practiced sharing. I'm about to share this Zoom call. Hang on.
Worse.
Man.
It ended up being like an MCS. You're just like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Let's see. Oh, did it?
No, but
Oh.
I could picture it.
Okay. Are you guys ready to see the winner?
Yes.
Lexus
Oh.
GS 350 F Sport.
Are you pandering to me right now?
No, I love this car. I really
It's a
love
good
this
car.
car. I think it's a great car to drive. Now, I did ideally want a GSF with a V8, but I couldn't afford it. Those are well over $40,000 even for high mileage one. This one's under the price cap. It's got 53,000 miles under there. It's an 18, so I'm meeting letter of the law on all these things except for the automatic transmission. These are incredibly nice to drive, great interior. They're modern enough that you have CarPlay and Android Auto. They still look great. This one's got the Bridgestones on it. I think it must have been serviced pretty reliably at a Lexus dealer.
Is this a rear-wheel drive one?
Yep.
Yeah, that's the right choice. Why'd you go GS instead of IS? Because I thought the IS of this.
It's a little
era
small. I
drove-
mean, Michael's going to be a married man soon. He's becoming more responsible. He just wants the extra space.
No,
in the
the
back
GS
seat.
this is a good
They're
choice.
saying
I
it's
like
perfect
it.
for the guys just giving up on life.
No. He and his wife, he and his soon-to-be
Pearly,
wife,
some people enjoy being married,
he and his soon-to-be wife are going to be going out dining with other
You met my
couples.
wife? Yeah, she's.
Saint.
Does it have CarPlay?
It might not. No. I said that.
I don't think it has CarPlay, dude.
I'm not sure it does. Because there
It
was
might. I mean, in 18, you don't think so?
No,
What
I
do you
don't think so.
think
Like,
is
borderline?
remember, Toyota was
they were
feuding.
late.
Oh yeah, they tried to push Entune, which is their
Right,
nonsense.
Toyota was feuding with Apple. They wouldn't pay the licensing fee to Apple.
No, you don't have to pay any
No,
licensing fee.
Apple
It's
does not
free.
charge anybody a penny for car.
Well, they had something going on where they weren't going to do anything for the licensing.
You're right. They were
Was-
late to the game for sure.
Yeah.
Look, it still has its Dunlops and their summer tires. It's a great
Fine,
color.
because
It's an F Sport,
January.
right?
It's
Yeah,
January.
it's an F Sport.
I know. I'm with Pearly. I think that any choice that is on summer tires is actually a point off because you're going to have to get tires.
No, but it shows that the previous owner understood the mission of the car and kept the summer tires even when
It
they
shows
wore
that the person
out.
lives in Roseville, California.
You gotta have two sets of tires in Michigan no matter what.
Actually, I once got stuck in my driveway in Michigan in this exact car on summer tires on an icy day.
Well, Michael
That,
will
would,
get
that wouldn't have
into that.
happened in the WRX. And also the mud flaps would have kept the ice from building up in the wheel
If
well.
only I had had a WRX that day.
Mhm.
So I think this is my choice. It combines a lot of the elements of your cars. Like it has the practicality and the familyness of the Accord. It's got more power than all of them. It has some of the sportiness of Casey's car, but not really.
It's not that
It
fast
does not
a
have more
car.
power than the ATS.
It's 5.8 to 60. 5.8 to 60.
That's slower than
So,
the Accord.
Hey, what's the
Most-
headline? What's the headline for that story, Tony?
Oh gosh, Casey. We
Oh
don't need to go.
no.
No?
You gotta scroll up now.
Come on.
Look at
Sleep
this. The low-
inducing.
Oh, no, not the lows.
Look at that. Comfortable, fantastic brakes.
Keep
5.8
going,
to
keep
60.
Going, keep going.
Very reliable V6.
Mid pack.
Little mid pack.
I love these cars. I think these
No,
cars
I
are
like
super
them
fun
too.
to
I think they were
drive.
underrated.
It has the
including by
look
us.
of the GSF. It has the performance, not of the GSF, but still a sub 6 second car.
It's a
It has the
rear-drive
cool
it's a rear-
gauges. It has the cool gate, the LFA style gauges.
It's a rear drive
Remember those?
Camry.
No,
So,
sir.
That's not true.
So,
This is
Mike,
a
I know
very
you did
special-
Also,
not.
we love Camry.
Yeah, I do love Camrys, but this is
You like Camrys.
let's not try and make this thing all that special. It's not. It's a good
Okay,
car.
hush, Pearly. Mike, you didn't say where you fell on the horsepower requirements. I think KC, you've got the most, right? What's that?
Yeah.
What's that Cadillac?
The Cadillac was saying
460.
464.
Something.
And
I've got
Tony,
311.
I've got 310.
I have 252 and Pearly has 200.
Well, you can let me answer for myself as opposed to.
Tony, what are you hurraying?
That I came in second on the power. I
Oh.
beat Elana by 1 horsepower.
You sure did. But you lost by 4 mud flaps.
All right. Now is my car is unmodified though. Now's the time, the part of the show where we judge each other's picks and crown a winner. Michael Aaron will be judging too. I guess we'll give you a vote at the end. How does this work?
He
Do
should
we
get a
at the
vote on
end?
his own car.
Yeah, you should get it.
Yeah, we'll give you the vote at the end. So who went first? Pearly, you went first with the Civic Si. I think it's a great choice.
Thumbs up.
Not the most exciting choice, but a great choice. Pearly, who do you think, what car, aside from yours, do you think Michael Aaron should buy?
I'm really vexed. I think that the Lexus is a great choice because it's going to be dead reliable for 38 years.
Then you don't want to pick me, though. That's the
And
problem.
yeah, plus I have a real urge to torpedo you. The ATS is a great car. I love driving that car. It's a wonderful car to drive. My problem is that I think I look at that engine and just go like, this thing's going to destroy itself in 5 minutes. And it's
Based on what?
The way he drives.
Based on assumptions. The thing is that it's a GM high, what they call it, the high tech super
High feature.
High feature.
the high feature, which are notoriously
3.6
very
liter.
fragile, and this one's got two turbos sitting on top of it. Now it's a wonderful car to drive, so I can't argue against it. I can't do the Subaru because it looks like it's like his parents took it away. And I'm going to go with amazingly the Accord, even though it's the most boring looking car.
Thank you.
It's got a great drivetrain. It's going to last forever. It's practical. It's wonderful to drive. I think it's a good choice. It's just boring. That's all. It's just boring looking, as opposed to it's a good car that happens to be boring looking.
Sleeper.
All right. Score 1 for Joey.
Good
You
job,
sound
Joey.
happy about it.
Yeah.
Alana's WRX. I'm giving you a sideways.
I'm gonna say thumbs down.
You guys are just not into fun.
I'll give you a
I'm not
thumbs
into
up
the
because I
modifications.
almost did pick up it was a cleaner World Rally Blue STI. But
Okay, Elana, who do you think, or which of the other cars do you think Michael should buy?
Well, the Cadillac.
Ooh.
I mean, the other cars are good, but the Cadillac's the only one that looks fun.
Who went next? Joey, you went next with the Accord 2-liter
2.0T.
manual with the gross seats. I'll give you a thumbs up.
It was the camera.
I always
And
give
Joey.
everybody a thumbs up.
What do you think about my rear-wheel drive Camry?
I am picking the rear-wheel drive Camry. It's a Lexus GS. I'm a GS owner. I can't go against it.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
How could you forget? That's like part of my personality.
All right, so it's 1 for the
Where is
GS, 1 for
It's up in the Hudson Valley. I park it at the train station.
One for the Cadillac, one for the GS, and one for the Honda.
1 for the Accord.
No,
Okay.
no car has two.
So maybe Michael will have to be the tiebreaker.
It's a 3-way tie. And then we come to Casey Colwell's ATS-V. Thumbs up. Cool
Yeah,
car.
good choice. Good choice.
I'm a little worried about the Cosmo tires, but
Awesome. Is that what the brand was?
there's options. I'm gonna go with the if I were I'm trying to think like
reliability and longevity and rear-wheel driveness.
Not necessarily rear wheel driveness, but the first two, yes. And I'm actually going to go with Mr. Huffman's Civic Si.
Oh,
Oh,
so it is a tie. Michael Aaron's gonna have to break
Oh,
the.
it's gamesmanship.
So
Wait, what if Michael
I
votes
can't
for
pick my own
mine?
car.
Yeah, that's
Someone's
true.
going to be pissed with me at the end of this.
that's Tony's vote. Tony's vote. Tony's.
Oh yeah, Tony has a vote.
Yeah, but I can't vote for myself, which Casey just cemented.
There we go.
Why could you vote for yourself? Oh, you can't vote for yourself.
No, I can't vote for myself. I mean, you made it so that I can't win. I have to pick somebody else's car.
Unless you pick
I wasn't
my
gonna pick-
car
I was-
and
the
then
GS said
Michael
no,
picks
okay.
your car.
Okay.
Yeah. That's possible.
So
Yeah,
judge my brand new, low mileage, incredibly reliable.
Brand new in what way?
Well, 2018.
That's 6 years ago.
It's only 7 years
Seven
old.
years
Sport.
ago.
Hush, Joey. That was only 2 years
Oh,
ago.
Michael.
No.
It's got a little old man vibe, Tone.
Yeah. That's why I like it, but that's not what he's looking for.
I think it's cool.
That generation in particular, I think, has like an. Joe, do you have a first gen or a second?
Second gen.
Yeah, that one was still pretty.
Yeah, it was a fun sports sedan.
Yeah,
Okay, let's see. Definitely not the WRX. I don't like all the modifications. The Accord's a little boring, but I do like the manual. I think I got to go KC with the ATS-V. That's a good choice, despite the tires. Michael, now we come to the part of the show where you pick which of these, and then tell us what you're going to look at afterwards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I've been looking for, even while I was selling the Jetta, I've been looking. I've looked at Mustang GTs, GTI Golf R, BRZ GR86. And this weekend I'm going to look at a GTI 380S not the one Joey reviewed, but that car.
Same model. The last manual GTI.
The last manual GTI. Joey also cheated a little bit because he did know I was looking at Accord 2.0Ts. The manual is very, very cool. They're very hard to find, but I do have to go ATS-V just because I'm at the point where, I'm getting married somewhere down the line, kid is involved, but for now I want to have fun and I want to enjoy high horsepower, potentially, rear wheel drive. If it's not an ATS-V or a Mustang, it's an SS or an SS1LE or something like that. So that's what I'm going with.
You can get a car seat in that
for
car.
under 30.
Hmm?
Can you get 1LEs for under 30?
Maybe not a 1LE, but definitely a nice SS.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They have a crummy back
I mean,
seat,
but that's
though.
barely a back seat though.
Yeah.
True,
Same with the
true.
Mustang.
That's a
I
Look
two-seat.
did
at him. The ATS is the same platform.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both alpha. Is that
about
alpha?
the same back
Yeah.
seat too.
Yeah, it just has doors. That's the only
Yeah.
difference.
Well, Casey's the winner on the first show of 2025. Hoping to do these more often. They're just difficult to schedule, which is why Jonathan Ramsey is missing, because I thought yesterday was Wednesday, but that's on me. Well, thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching.
You know
2027.
what's going to really confuse everybody is when this launches on a Monday.
Please put in the comments what you think the winner was or what cars you would suggest for Michael Aaron, and we'll post the parameters of the challenge as well. Thanks for joining us. Thanks, Pearley.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Wave goodbye.
Bye,
Like and
everyone.
subscribe.